Addiction doesn't always look like excess in the traditional sense. Doesn't always involve substances or obvious escapes. Today, one of the most powerful addictions is quieter, socially accepted, and often encouraged. It's distraction. Constant, endless distraction. Distraction fills the small gaps of life, the moments of stillness, uncertainty, or discomfort. Phones are checked without thought. Content is consumed without intention. Noise becomes the default. And over time, distraction stops being a choice and becomes a reflex. Not because people are weak, but because the world is designed to pull attention away from the present moment. Distraction is appealing because it offers relief. It softens boredom. It numbs discomfort. It provides quick stimulation when energy is low or emotions feel heavy. But like any addiction, relief is temporary. The more distraction is used to avoid discomfort, the less capable people become of sitting with themselves. What begins as a coping mechanism quietly turns into dependence. The cost of constant distraction is subtle but significant. Focus weakens. Patience shortens. Motivation fades. People feel busy but unfulfilled, stimulated but restless. Tasks feel harder to begin. Thoughts feel scattered. Life feels full yet oddly shallow. Many experience exhaustion without knowing why. Distraction also distances people from meaning. Purpose requires attention. Growth requires presence. Self-awareness requires moments of quiet reflection. When every pause is filled, there's no space to process experiences, emotions, or direction. Without reflection, life becomes reactive. Days are spent responding rather than choosing. This is why distraction often intensifies during stress. When life feels uncertain or overwhelming, distraction offers escape without confrontation. It allows people to avoid difficult thoughts, unresolved emotions, or uncomfortable questions. But avoidance comes at a price. What is ignored does not disappear, it accumulates. Over time, distraction increases anxiety rather than relieving it. Importantly, distraction is not the enemy. The issue is not technology, entertainment, or rest. The issue is unconscious use. When distraction replaces intention, it begins to control behavior. The difference between rest and escape is awareness. Rest restores energy. Escape delays growth. Breaking the cycle doesn't require extreme discipline or complete disconnection. It begins with noticing. Noticing how often distraction is used to avoid silence. Noticing how quickly attention shifts when something feels uncomfortable. Noticing what emotions surface when nothing is pulling focus away. Small changes matter. Pausing before reaching for distraction. Allowing moments of quiet without immediately filling them. Creating boundaries around attention rather than letting it be constantly taken. These moments may feel uncomfortable at first, but discomfort is often where clarity lives. As attention returns, so does depth. Focus strengthens. Creativity reemerges. Motivation becomes steadier. Life begins to feel more intentional. The mind learns that it can sit with discomfort without needing escape. Confidence grows quietly from this awareness. Distraction, as an addiction, thrives on autopilot. Awareness disrupts it. Presence weakens its grip. Over time, the need to constantly consume lessens, replaced by a desire to engage more fully with life as it is. This is not about removing pleasure or ease. It's about reclaiming attention. Attention shapes experience. What receives attention grows. When attention is intentional, life begins to feel coherent again. Choosing presence is a quiet act of strength, not dramatic, not perfect, but powerful. Distraction may be everywhere, but attention remains one of the most valuable resources a person can reclaim. Gratitude is one of the simplest truths we can practice. Yet it's the one we often forget when life gets hard. We get so focused on what's missing that we lose sight of what's already here, the quiet blessings that surround us every single day. It's easy to be thankful when everything feels right, when the sun is shining, when things are going our way, when life feels light and effortless. But real gratitude begins when nothing seems to be working, when plans fall apart, when you feel lost, overlooked, or uncertain about what comes next. That's when gratitude becomes a choice, not a reaction. Because gratitude isn't about pretending everything is perfect. It's about seeing clearly that even in pain, there is something meaningful. That even in the waiting, there is growth happening beneath the surface. Gratitude teaches you to stop chasing someday and start noticing today. We all go through seasons when we want more. More success, freedom, love, peace. And there's nothing wrong with that. Ambition is a beautiful thing. But when you forget to appreciate what you already have, even your greatest achievements will feel empty. Gratitude doesn't kill drive, it fuels it. It reminds you that the journey itself is a gift. Think about the moments that shaped you the most. The ones that broke you open, that tested you, that forced you to look at yourself differently. At the time, they felt unfair. But looking back now, they taught you strength. They taught you patience and empathy. Those lessons were hidden blessings, and gratitude helps you see that. It's easy to overlook the ordinary things that hold your life together. The roof over your head, the people who show up, the breath in your lungs, the simple moments of laughter, quiet, or comfort. We rush past them, always reaching for the next thing. But when you slow down long enough to appreciate them, life begins to shift. Gratitude changes how you see everything. It doesn't erase struggle, but it gives struggle purpose. It doesn't deny pain, but it softens it. It doesn't make life easier, but it makes life richer. When you practice gratitude, you stop waiting for happiness to arrive. You realize it's already here, tucked into small moments that rarely make noise. The more you notice them, the more they multiply. Gratitude expands what you focus on. It turns scarcity into abundance, chaos into clarity, and frustration into perspective. Some of the happiest people aren't those who have the most. They're the ones who appreciate the most. They look at what they have and see possibility instead of limitation. They see lessons where others see loss. They see beauty where others see nothing at all. Gratitude doesn't need grand gestures. It's found in stillness, in awareness, in remembering that every day you wake up is another chance to grow, to give, to love, and to begin again. So when life feels heavy, when things aren't unfolding the way you had hoped, pause, take a breath, look around. Somewhere in the middle of all of this is something to be thankful for. Not because everything is perfect, but because despite everything, you're still here. You're still learning. You're still becoming. And that alone is reason enough to be grateful. There's an idea that's been making waves recently, and it comes from Mel Robbins. She calls it the let them mindset. And at first it sounds almost too simple. Let them. Let people talk, let people doubt you, let people walk away if they want to. Think about how much energy we waste trying to control the uncontrollable. We argue, we over-explain, we chase people who've already shown us who they are. And every time, we walk away feeling drained, frustrated, and defeated. But why? Because we're fighting battles we were never meant to fight. You cannot control other people's actions, their choices, or their opinions. But you can control how much access they get to your peace of mind. And that's where the let them mindset becomes life-changing. Here's how it works. When someone doesn't call you back, let them. When someone doubts your dream, let them. When someone chooses not to treat you with respect, let them. Because the second you stop trying to force people to act differently, you set yourself free. You stop trying to rewrite someone else's script, and you finally start writing your own. See, most of us carry this invisible backpack full of other people's opinions. We walk through life weighed down by what they think, what they say, what they do. No wonder we're exhausted. No wonder we feel stuck. The let them mindset is about dropping that backpack and saying, I'm done carrying what doesn't belong to me. When you stop pouring your energy into what people should do, you reclaim that energy for what you can do. That's power. That's freedom. That's how you start creating a life that feels good on the inside, not just one that looks good on the outside. Now, this doesn't mean you stop caring about people. It doesn't mean you accept poor treatment. Boundaries are still important. Self-respect still matters. But instead of begging for someone to see your worth, you quietly decide you won't settle for less. You don't need to fight or convince. You simply let them. Think about how different your life could look if you truly lived this way. Imagine how much lighter you'd feel if you stopped explaining yourself to everyone. Imagine the peace you'd gain if you'd stop chasing after those who were never meant to go where you're going. Here's what happens when you embrace this mindset. The wrong people fall away, and the right people finally have room to find you. The noise quiets down, and clarity steps in. Instead of being drained by drama, you're fueled by purpose. Instead of being distracted by what doesn't matter, you're focused on what does. The next time someone shows you who they are, believe them. Don't argue with it. Don't try to rewrite it. Just let them. Your time and energy are your greatest currencies. Every time you waste them trying to control others, you rob yourself of progress. But every time you protect your peace, you invest in your future. Mel Robbins gave us the words, but the power comes when you put it into practice. You get to decide to finally let go and live free. Once you embrace the let them mindset, you'll realize something beautiful. Peace doesn't come when people change. Peace comes when you stop needing them to. You never really know what someone is going through. The person next to you at work, the one who's always smiling and cracking jokes, he might be battling depression so deep it takes everything in him just to show up. Or the woman at the grocery store who seems short-tempered or distracted. She might be caring for a sick parent and hasn't slept properly in days. Or that teenager who's acting out or isolating. They could be struggling with identity, anxiety, or relentless bullying. See, behind the surface of every human being is a story you can't see, a wound you don't know, a weight they carry alone. These are the silent battles people are fighting. And the truth is, we all have them. Some are fighting battles of the mind. It could be negative self-talk, constant comparison, imposter syndrome, shame. Others are fighting battles of the heart. Grief from a loss, heartbreak from betrayal, loneliness in a crowded room. Then there are the physical battles. Chronic pain, illness, fatigue, invisible health struggles that the world overlooks. And let's not forget the financial burdens. It's a fear of a job loss, the stress of providing for a family when the numbers just don't add up. So often we walk past people assuming everything is fine because they don't look like they're struggling. But you don't need to wear a cast or cry in public to be in pain. Some of the strongest people you know are silently breaking. And some of the most put together people are holding themselves together with nothing but sheer will. So what's the point of this message? It's a reminder to be kind, to be aware, to lead with compassion instead of judgment, It's a reminder that your words matter, because sometimes one kind of comment can be the reason someone doesn't give up today. It's a reminder that we should never assume we know someone's story just because we've seen their smile. And it's also a call to you. If you're fighting your own silent battles, you are not alone. Even when it feels like no one sees your pain, even when the world keeps moving like nothing's wrong, even when you're wearing a brave face but your soul feels exhausted, know this: you are not weak for struggling, you are not broken for hurting, you are human, and your healing takes time, grace, and support. And maybe you're not in a place to share your battle right now. That's okay. But please, don't fight it alone. Reach out, talk to someone, get help if you need it. There is strength in vulnerability. You don't have to carry the full weight of your world by yourself. You're allowed to rest. You're allowed not to be okay. You're allowed to be a work in progress. And if you are someone who's climbed out of a hard season, let this be the reminder to look back, to help someone who's still in the dark. Sometimes your survival story is someone else's instruction manual. We can't always fix what others are going through, but we can create a world where people feel seen, where compassion leads, where patience outweighs pressure, where understanding replaces judgment. So next time someone cuts you off in traffic, the next time your coworker seems off, or the next time your friend cancels plans without explanation, pause. Remember this speech. Remember, everyone is fighting something silently. So be a little bit more patient, a little more gracious, and a little more real. Because when we acknowledge the unseen battles around us, we become a better version of ourselves. And maybe, just maybe, we help someone fight a little longer. Just because somebody else doesn't see your value doesn't mean you're worthless. And just because somebody else discards you doesn't mean you're garbage. People will overlook you. They'll talk over you, walk past you. They'll treat you like you're invisible. But here's the truth: their opinion doesn't define your value. Your worth isn't decided by how loud you are, how popular you are, or how many people cheer you on. You were born worthy. That doesn't change just because the world forgot to clap for you. See, too many people spend their lives trying to earn what they already have. They chase approval. They bend, shrink, and twist themselves into shapes just to fit into someone else's frame. And still they feel empty. Why? Because deep down, they've started to believe the lie that if they don't see my value, maybe I don't have any. And that lie is poison, and it spreads. Because it shows up when you second guess your decisions, when you stop yourself from speaking up, when you stay in places that drain you, relationships that break you, or jobs that don't see you. All because you've been trained to believe that validation comes from the outside. It's from applause, from likes, from someone else saying you're enough. But you are enough, right now, as you are. Self-worth isn't about being perfect. It's not about having it all together. It's about recognizing that even in your struggle, even in your pain, you are valuable. You matter and you belong. But just so we understand, you won't always feel this way. There will be days when your self-esteem drops, when comparison creeps in, when someone says something that cuts deep and you start to question everything. That's normal. That's being human. But here's what you must remember. Feelings are temporary. Worth is not. You're not defined by who left you, who hurt you, who overlooked you. You're not defined by your lowest moments, your worst mistakes, or the things you regret. You are bigger than that, deeper than that, brighter than that. Start reclaiming your worth. Stop waiting for others to tell you who you are, and start reminding yourself of your strengths, your resilience. The fact that you've survived 100% of your worst days and you're still here, that alone is power. Surround yourself with people who lift you, who speak life into you, who see your light even when you forget you have one. And most of all, do the work. Build yourself up one day, one habit, one win at a time. Keep promises you've made to yourself. Take care of your body, invest in your growth, and forgive yourself for the past. That's self-worth in action. Don't let the noise of the world drown out your truth. Don't let rejection write your story. Don't let someone's inability to see your value trick you into thinking that you have none. You're not here to be small. You're not here to please everyone. You're not here to earn love. You're here to live, to grow, and to rise. Remember this: their blindness doesn't take away your beauty. Their silence doesn't erase your voice. And their ignorance doesn't cancel your value. You are worthy, fully, deeply, unquestionably, whether they see it or not. And the moment you start believing in your worth, the world starts catching up. Your brain has one job above all else, and that's to keep you safe. It's not wired for success, fulfillment, or pushing past limits. It's wired for comfort, because comfort means survival. When given the choice between staying in bed or waking up early to work out, your brain will whisper, "Stay in bed. It's warm here." When facing a difficult conversation, it'll say, "Avoid it. It's easier that way." And when chasing a dream, it will warn you, "That's risky. What if you fail?" Now, that's not a weakness, it's biology. Your brain is designed to keep you in familiar patterns because the known feels safe, even if the known is making you miserable. It would rather you stay in a toxic job, a bad relationship, or routines that lead nowhere, because at least you know what to expect. But here's the truth: comfort is a trap. It keeps you stuck. It keeps you small. It keeps you from reaching the potential you were meant to step into. The good news is you're in charge. You can override the programming. You can train your brain to embrace challenge instead of avoiding it. And here's how. Number one, recognize the resistance. That little voice telling you to stay comfortable, call it out. When you hesitate to take action, pause and ask yourself, is this a real reason or just my brain trying to keep me safe? 9 times out of 10, it's just a defense mechanism. Recognizing the resistance gives you power over it. Number 2, do the hard thing first. Your brain craves routine. If you always let it pick the easy route, it'll keep you doing so. Break the cycle. Wake up, take a cold shower. Make that difficult phone call right away. Go to the gym before your brain has time to negotiate. Make discomfort your new normal. Number 3 is reframe the pain. Instead of seeing challenge as suffering, see it as growth. That workout isn't pain, it's progress. That tough conversation isn't scary, it's strength. That rejection isn't failure, it's a lesson. Change the way you label discomfort, and you can change how you experience it. Number 4, commit publicly. Your brain will try to talk you out of things when no one is watching. So tell people what you're doing. Announce your goal. Get an accountability partner. Set deadlines you can't ignore. When quitting is no longer an option, you'll find a way forward. Number 5, train discomfort like a muscle. Every time you push past comfort, You rewire your brain. The more you do it, the easier it gets. Take the stairs instead of the elevator. Speak up in meetings. Say yes to opportunities before you feel ready. Small discomforts lead to bigger breakthroughs. The choice is yours. Your brain will always seek comfort, but comfort won't build the life you want. So, do you give in or do you take control? One leads to stagnation while the other leads to growth, strength, and the life you were meant to live. Push past comfort. Override the programming. You're stronger than your brain wants you to believe.